My name is Jill Applegate. A few things you mentioned education, the economy, and women's wages. And one issue that's at the crossroads of all of those things is the current child care crisis that working families are facing. So what is your plan or idea to ensure that child care is affordable, available, kids get that high quality early ed, and providers are making living wages?
Yeah, what a great question. So a couple of opportunities. We can double the size of block grants that the federal government sends to be used for affordable child care in the different states in the union. We can improve the tax benefit for parents, including parents who are not in the workforce and are at home helping to raise their kids. We want to make sure that they're recognized in our tax code as well. But you point something out that is a perverse consequence of our current unaffordable child care policy. Those child care workers who are taking care of so many kids cannot themselves afford child care for their children. In many instances, in my home state, maybe here in Iowa, making $7.25 an hour, almost doesn't matter how many hours you work during a day, you will not be able to make ends meet just on that one job. You'll have to take a second or a third job. And who's going to be able to take care of your kids, in the process? There are some great plans, including those from SEIU, that see an opportunity to help organize those who are providing child care in this country, to make sure that there's an apprenticeship and training program so that you get excellence out of those who are providing the care, that they can command a true living wage, that they have the leverage of the value that they're providing in the workplace to organize to exact better working conditions and wages, which deliver better care for those kids. And then there's one more thing that we can do as a country. Right now, universally in the United States, public education begins at the age of 4 or 5 in kindergarten. We could decide that we will move the starting line back to 3 or 4 for every single child. And I'll tell you one reason why this makes a hell of a lot of sense. At 4 or 5 years old, on the first day of kindergarten, there are some kids who are 10 months back in reading comprehension. Now, they very well may be the children of those parents who work in 2 or 3 jobs and don't have the luxury to read to those kids before the first night of kindergarten. If we move that starting line back, we give those kids another year to be able to be at parity, to have some equity in our educational system. And those economists who have looked at this say that for every dollar we spend on expanding pre-K universally in the United States, we make $9 back over the long term in terms of the investment. So it's a return that is produced and does well for everybody in this country. Thanks for asking the question.
Thank you.